Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Skyler and I hope you guys are all having a great day. In this video we're going to be testing to see if you can take professional level photos on a GoPro. And you're probably asking why. If you ever watch a bunch of tutorials, it doesn't matter really what they are. Something that's always said is you don't need professional level gear to get started in taking pictures, but where's the limit on how cheap you can go? So something you should know is the GoPro does take pictures, but it's not known for taking photos. So the reason that people even buy GoPros is not for their photos, it's for their video. And so we want to test to see if we can even get some decent looking photos out of a GoPro. When I say professional, I don't mean like National Geographic. I mean like, could you take pictures out of a GoPro and be able to sell them to a client? By no means am I a professional. This is just kind of a little test to see how creative we can get. Might push us out of our comfort zone, so maybe we'll learn a thing or two. First, there's a few things that we should know. Instead of shooting in JPEG or HDR, you can actually shoot in RAW, so we will be shooting in RAW. That way we can put it in Lightroom. So we're gonna go out now and see if we can get some photos. So the first thing that I notice, a big difference, is the size. If you're used to carrying around a DSLR, this is so much more practical. It's like, I don't even know what time it is, 5, 6 o'clock, and it's really bright outside, so we're trying to find something that has like softer lighting, but we are looking for some things to photograph. That's a nice dog. That dog is big. I want to do most of these in portrait mode, like this, and we'll see how they turn out. I'm not sure if we got it or not. This looks super wide. Yeah, this looks really wide. If we don't shoot it wide, then we're not able to edit it in RAW, which is a deal breaker, honestly. But I mean, that's kind of what you get. Let's say we wanted to get a shot of these apartment buildings from the outside. So I'm actually gonna go a little bit higher than normal. This is so warped. Like, this is so wide, you don't even understand. All right, so I see here, if we could find, you really have to get close to whatever you're shooting, because it gets this building and I'm shooting straight ahead down the street. And I'm gonna manually adjust my shutter just because this would be a good spot for portraits. And we'll get a different angle. Get this Pepsi machine out of the way. And because the camera's so small, whenever you go to press the shutter button, it shakes the camera, so I'm a little bit in frame, but not bad. These just don't look very professional straight out of the camera. Like, I can already tell. Well, we're going to super photo, and then our options are wide, which is 16 to 34. We have linear, which is 19 to 39, and we have narrow, which is just 27. So we'll go linear and then zoom in 2 times. We'll try getting a shot of the church here. We'll see if that looks good. So we'll come in here and oh, this will look so good. Oh, that looks so good. You can't really tell what it is, but that might be the one.
Yeah, I got, the vendors there, the artwork and stuff they sell, so...
Is this your dog?
It could be your dog.
Could be. There
My dog?
Yeah, he's looking for a home.
If I could take a dog in, I honestly would.
That's I'm like,
That's the thing, like, I can barely take care of myself, let alone a dog.
I say too. Everyone's sort of the same. But when you get a dog, it gives you more responsibility.
You're right.
You gotta take care of him, and then you be like, wait a minute, I'm doing all this for him, let me do something for myself. Look at that, all in one. That's a new one.
I want to take a picture of him.
You're not convinced yet. Look at his eye. Get close up on his eye. You see his eyes yet? I don't know if you've seen his eyes.
He has pretty eyes. Oh, I saw his eyes. They're pretty. Let's switch this up. All right, you guys have a good night.
All right, so we are back now. I'm gonna take all the footage. We're gonna see what kind of shots we got, and we're gonna see if we can touch them up a little bit. So we're gonna get started here. I'm gonna open up Lightroom. Okay, I'm pretty sure these are all the pictures I took. This is what we're working with. Let's zoom in and see how sharp these are. See, this is how wide it was. Like, that car was 6 feet, and you really gotta zoom in, and by the time you zoom in, it doesn't look very good at all. So that's a no. My computer sounds like a rocket ship. It's about to lift off right now. Look how warped the tree is right here. That's crazy. I mean, this might be a lost cause. We'll enable lens corrections, see if that does anything. GoPro, holy nuts. GoPro Hero 7 black. Okay, I think we're onto something here. I'm on a Hero 8 black, but this works just fine. You go from that, oh my goodness, to that. That fixes it a ton, no way. Okay, so let's go back. We'll do the same thing, and oh, we're gonna have to put this in for every single one. I don't like that one as much, but it helps a ton. Okay, it's just really far away now. I mean, it still looks fine though. Like that looks pretty good. This was one that I really wanted to see. I like the composition. It's a nice, long, narrow hull, I guess you can call it, a pathway, walkway. So the first thing we are gonna do is, now that I found this lens correction for the camera, like for a specific camera, it makes a world of a difference. It just looks so much better. Like, you go from that to that. So we are going to bring that down a little bit. All right, so here's what we have so far. I mean, there's not much to it. Let's look at the before and after. That's before, this is after. Would anyone ever need this professionally? Probably not. There's another angle. I like that angle actually. Okay, now you can see it does crop it in, because up here in the top left we see the edges of the building, but whenever we add the lens correction, it's not even there. So I mean, like, you are losing a little bit. It's worth it considering it's not warped anymore. So we're just gonna actually copy these settings and put them on here. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good actually. It'd be really cool if those lights were on. Unfortunately, it was shot during the day, so they were not. But if we shot at night, I mean, none of these pictures would look good. And this just proves my point. Like, look at how much noise. While I'm thinking of it, something I wanted to look at was what aperture these are shot on. So it's a 3000 by 4000 image, 3.78 megabytes, and that's a raw file. That's small. That's really small. The ISO is 231 at 3 millimeters. That's how wide this is. If that's right, 3 millimeters in f2.8. f2.8, solid. 3 millimeters. I believe it too. That's a cool shot. That's a really nice shot. Like, it shows everything, especially with the after the fix. It's just, actually, that looks pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. We'll see what we can do with this one. All right, so here's what I came up with for this one. Okay, so that's before, that's after. That's That's actually a huge improvement. You go from that, which looks like it was shot on a GoPro, honestly, and you go to that. I'm impressed. The ones that I've been waiting for. I've been waiting to edit these ones. All right, so these were inside and we were shooting straight up. And out of these three, I like this one the most. You can see it's almost like a crosshair right here. So it's this one's probably the most straight out of the three. There's just so much noise in this. You can see it right here in the, oh, that's nasty. Okay. This is more of an artsy shot rather than like something that someone would need. But do this per usual. This one might not even need it, but we're gonna do it anyway. I don't know. We're actually gonna take that off. Still a cool shot, I think, nonetheless. The ones I've really been waiting for. This little puppy. It's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Okay. So you go from that, his little bubble head, and you go to that. I mean, something I would do is bring up the blacks a little bit more, and then bring these down. Also add the graduated filter again. Bring it to like here. That looks pretty good right there. So that's pretty much it. In conclusion, do I think that you could use a GoPro to get professional looking photos and actually use them? I'm gonna say yes and no. You have to have near perfect conditions for shooting. If you don't have, you know, great lighting and you're able to get really, really close, you're probably not gonna be able to get professional looking photos. If you use all the right settings and you know what you're doing, you can probably squeeze by and I would say be able to deliver photos that look pretty professional. If you're just using these photos for like Instagram or something, these will pass easy. Like I said, you're limited with some of your options, especially with the settings in the GoPro. Overall, it was a fun experience, and I would say that I'm definitely happy that I shoot on a DSLR and that I'm able to shoot on a DSLR, because this is just painful. If you have a GoPro, I recommend trying this out. It's a fun little activity just to push your creativity and see what you can do with it. If you want to see more photography or video-based videos, if you want me to go in that direction, I'd be excited to do more of those. So leave suggestions in the comments. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Gila.